What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is Corey, or Autobot, and I'm here today to bring you guys a brand new video. Today's video is talking about a hot topic in my mind, and a lot of people in the community have been arguing about this. I've seen it, on Twitter and stuff like this, and on Reddit, and it's a pretty big topic from what I can see. And it's what have the developers done right with Call of Duty this year? And in my mind, they have done two things right. For sure. Guaranteed. And these are the biggest two things that they've done differently this year that I can honestly say are the big reasons why these Call of Duty titles, I mean, Infinite Warfare isn't so great, but Modern Warfare Remastered, this is why I believe it's a great title. And it's because the developer's putting so much time and effort into little extra details within the game. And now you might be thinking, what do you mean little extra details? In terms of the extra details that I'm talking about, I am talking about, the little weekend warfare playlist that Raven is doing, and the map variants. Like, I'm going to use Bog and Beach Bog as the prime example right now, because that's the variant that's going on right now, I guess I should say. Because they remade Bog for a little summertime theme for the whole summer. And around Christmas time, they had Crash redone as Christmas Crash, and they had Downpour redone as Daybreak around St. Patrick's Day. And I don't even know how I saw him. And then you look at Infinite Warfare, they've done it with Tourista as a summer theme for summer vacation. And then on Genesis around Christmas time, they had a Christmas theme. It was a little bit darker and had some Christmas lights up and stuff like that. And little things like that are big. Well, they're not really big differences in the game, but they change up a lot of the things about the game and how the map is played. Because, I mean, not gonna lie, Daybreak, a lot of people like to stick to the corners because it was dark and rainy. So it was really hard to see people in those dark corners. But when it became bright, people were running around the map like crazy. And I'm going to use Beach Bog. Beach Bog is a little bit different because they put that big wall up along the steel fence side of the map, pushing toward the wall where the snipers like to go and hit their sniper clips, myself included. But, they changed that up by putting that wall up there, and that changes how that map's played. But in general, they made a lot of changes to the game. Or, they made the game a lot more enjoyable just by changing up a few little things in the map, putting, map variant rotations in. I mean, Infinite Warfare, they didn't really change much. They just changed the way the map was light. Like, they just changed a few minor details about the map. But on Modern Warfare Remastered, they may have changed a few minor details, but they've also added a few little things that, that would change the way the map is played. They changed it from night to day. They changed it from dark and gloomy to bright and sunny. They put a wall up in the middle of it, right? Like, they did the little things that give the game a little bit of variety and change it up. It might not be a big change, and it may not change up a lot, but it changes up just enough to make the game enjoyable. And, I mean, when it comes to the supply drops as well, they've... And, you know how I feel about supply drops, they're not... The supply drops in these games aren't overly broken because not only you don't really have to buy supply drops to get the weapons. The weapons, the weapons can be earned in Modern Warfare Remastered by spending your salvage that you get out of getting duplicates out of supply drops. Which, I mean, in that sense, the game isn't really pay to win, but at the same time it still is, because you can also pay for your supply drops and get more salvage that way. But when you're crafting your items, or when you're getting your supply drops, and you're getting a bunch of salvage anyway, out of just grinding the game, because, I mean, let's face it, it takes about an hour probably to get, actually it takes less than an hour to get a common supply drop. Or, yeah, your regular common supply drop in this game. Which, if you play for, I'll say I'll put it up to about an hour and a half to get a rare. Which, really, if you're someone that plays an hour and a half a day, a rare a day. And you get salvage out of that, and then, when you start buying your commons, you'll start getting more salvage out of those because you have duplicates. As well as in this game, getting your commons versus, like you could in versus Infinite Warfare. Well, I mean, you can craft stuff in Infinite Warfare as well, like weapon variants and stuff like that. But, it's not like Black Ops 3 where you buy a common, and your odds of getting a rare are slim to fucking none. Like, I find I get a lot more epics and rares and legendaries out of supply drops, out of commons, than I do rares on this game. I don't know why. It's just the way it is. But anyway, I digress. they changed the supply drop system up to a way that it's not so much a pay-to-win system like it was in Black Ops 3. Like, Black Ops 3, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I spent tons of money on supply drops in Black Ops 3. And I never, ever, or hardly ever got weapons. You know, now that I think they've increased the odds of getting weapons, but I still haven't got, well, I mean, you know, last week, or the week before, I had three rare supply drops and I had 3 weapons. And this week, I've gotten, like, 14 rare supply drops because of double keys and stuff like this and everything that they have going on, and the daily doubles, and, you know, haven't really gotten jack shit. You know, gotten attachment variants, which, you know what, attachment variants, yeah. You know, but if you're gonna put weapons in the game, at least give us another way to earn them. Which is the only way to really earn them with, Modern Warfare Remastered is to get your items, or to complete the bounty. But to complete the bounty, there's 2 ways to do it. That's craft them with salvage and earn them out of supply drops. So it's not really a pay-to-win system. And then you got Black Ops, or not Black Ops, and they got Black Ops 3, you know, it's 100% pay to win to get weapons, and they got Infinite Warfare where it's a little bit of both, but you can also complete challenges to earn these weapons, and for the most part, the only thing you get out of supply drops is weapon variants. So I mean, you know, they followed more of a Advanced Warfare path with that, but they did the Modern Warfare Remastered style. You know what I mean? The Modern Warfare Remastered style salvage crafting and stuff like this, but you know, I don't know which, I'm pretty sure Modern Warfare Remastered got that from Infinite Warfare, but nonetheless, you know, it's still like the same system, so. I think there was a guy up here, wasn't there? I don't know how that missed. Don't know how that one missed. And, you know, I am great at this game. But, you know, that's what the developers did right this year. They didn't make the game all about a pay-to-win system, and they found ways to spice up the game a little bit that wasn't, you know, that didn't really require a whole lot of extra thinking. They thought, you know, they put their heads together and they actually used them. They actually did something that I think the community really enjoyed. You know, I mean, I've been playing Call of Duty for quite some time, and I've never seen this done before. And being someone that's played Call of Duty as long as I have, I actually really enjoyed this. Like the little events and stuff that they put on, and the, you know, the little game mode variants, and the weekend warfare, and the weekend, you know, everything that they did with these games to spice it up and add new, and you know, just switch it up even for a weekend or for a week or 2 at a time. You know, those are the things that make Call of Duty fun. Because, you know, they listened to the fans, and the fans wanted prop light. The fans wanted the snipers only. The fans wanted all kinds of things. And they listened. And look at how much more enjoyable these games are versus the previous Call of Duty titles. But anyway, that's it for this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like. I always appreciate it. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. And if you guys haven't already, be sure to click the bell notification so you guys get notified whenever I upload. But anyway, it's been your boy Corey, or Autobot, and I'm out. Peace.